Welcome back to my journey through the story of Midnight Alpha. Today we are finishing up the main Eversong Woods campaign. Now, this story sort of brings us back around to the Lightbloom plot, and we learned in the first storyline in this zone that after the heart of Mu'uru was added to the Sunwell, and the Sunwell became a font of light, that these things called Lightblooms started cropping up all over Quel'Thalas, and that for the most part, they were mostly harmless. It was just the land growing back after all of the devastation it had endured, especially from the Third War. But after the events of the introduction of this expansion, with the surge in the Sunwell in order to fight against xal'atath's forces, it seems that the Lightbloom has become a lot more aggressive, and that suddenly it's growing and encroaching pretty much everywhere it can in Eversong. But more than that, there's apparently also these life forms called Rutani, who Orwena tells us are from Herondar, that seem to be altered and are very interested in encouraging the spread of the Lightbloom. And I was certainly left with a lot more questions than answers about this. Now that I talk about it, I sort of can't help but wonder, is the implication here that the Rutani were altered by the light? And that the light is essentially acting through the Rutani and the Sunwell, and it seeks to dominate, as all cosmological forces do in their own way, but that it seeks to dominate by spreading this light bloom? I don't know. We will find out eventually, I'm sure. But on that note, let's jump into this campaign and get questing.
Honor to you.
This is dire. The Twilight's blade is much larger, much more powerful than any of us could have guessed. I'm glad Umbric is on the case, but we need to let Silvermoon know what's happened here.
For justice. May the light guide you.
Umbric is finding a way into the Void Storm. Once we have it, the Vanguard can launch a direct attack and end this threat once and for all. His help is deeply appreciated. I only wish word of it had arrived under better circumstances. What do you mean? We've news from Suncrown. The Lightbloom has all but devoured the village. Lady Leandrin left the moment we heard. Meet her and get any survivors out of there. We'll make haste. I'll head there myself as soon as matters here are settled. Take care, both of you.
I answer to the light.
I'm glad you're here. I wish it were under better circumstances.
Fight well.
You see what we have to contend with here. Runestone Shandor is helping stop the spread further north. But if this Lightbloom surges again, I don't know if we can halt it. I've heard cries for help from survivors still trapped within. We have to find them and direct them to safety.
Shorel Aran.
Good day to you.
I haven't the expertise of Rowena in these matters. But if the Lightbloom moved this quickly, I assume the Rutani are accelerating the spread here just as they were in Fairbreeze. The town is beyond saving, but we can at least try to contain the Lightbloom within its walls.
Do not give up the fight.
It is as if the wilds themselves devoured this place. This is horrific. Fairbreeze was nothing compared to it.
State your business.
We were trying to get out of here, but we're flanked on all sides. I don't want to find out what that thing is below, but it's our only path of escape.
Remember the Sunwell.
There was a crash to the north, and then the light bloom was everywhere.
So, as with sort of the previous storyline, a lot of the NPCs that you save in this quest are pre-existing Eversong NPCs. But what's interesting is that because Suncrown, like, we're in a part of Ghostlands that wasn't technically inhabited until it was, I guess, restored, until there was Lightbloom here, is that these NPCs aren't like Suncrown NPCs. They're from different places all over Eversong. And I will not lie, I had to look them up because I do not recognize them by name. But like, Solanan was a bag vendor, and Solana is a sister. And then Aerelia's located at like Still Whisper Pond, right in front of Silvermoon City. And then Alarian randomly is the NPC you meet when you come out of Sunstrider Isle that gives you like the breadcrumb quest to go to the square.
Baladash Malinore.
My home. What now? Instruct the defender to go to Runestone Shandor where it's safe.
Salama.
The Lightbloom was across the river. Why did it surge here?
What business have you? Keep your wits about.
It sounded as if someone felled a tree. The Farstriders left to investigate.
Anu Belore Delana.
There's no way out. They've completely surrounded the town.
Death to all.
I thought I heard trolls shouting to the north. That can't be right. So the crash caused the Lightbloom to surge. Thank you. Rest easy and leave this to us.
Peace, friend.
Good work. We've cut back what we can. I only hope it's enough.
Steady travels.
Pleasantries can wait.
Some live. I am grateful, as are they.
Remain.
The Farstriders left to investigate that noise. Suncrown had no defenders.
Anaria Shala. Aldiel Shala.
I came as quickly as I could. This is devastating. I've called in our magisters to reinforce this runestone. They will keep an eye on the Lightbloom spread. I suspect Haldoran Brightwing and the Farstriders have uncovered more than the villagers know. I can rely on him for anything. We shall rendezvous with him at the encampment to the north, and soon have some answers.
Aldiel Shalah.
I'll finish up here with the survivors. Thank you, Liadrin. I hope Haldoran can tell us what's going on.
Regent Lord, the Amani have invaded Eversong. The Ranger General took our forces to drive them back.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
Lor'themar falls still, eyes on the shore ahead.
Silvermoon will know prosperity again.
Of course the Amani would use this moment to encroach, the cowards. We are beset on all sides. This land belongs to the Sindorai, and I will not see it taken by anyone. Not by raging plants, not by a cult, not by the Void, and never by the Amani. Whatever they're doing over there, it must be stopped. Do whatever you can to disrupt them and send them scurrying back to Zul'Aman where they belong.
We find strength in the Horde.
I know Lor'themar is angry, but this is strange. They didn't attack Suncrown, the Lightbloom did. What are the Amani doing over there? There has to be some kind of explanation for this. It doesn't look like an invasion. Let's see what we can find out.
May your heart be true.
That tree they felled. That's what caused Suncrown's destruction. The Amani will pay for this. So it's interesting to think that the trolls cutting down a Lightbloom tree caused the Lightbloom in a nearby village to surge. And it's been making me think about that stay a while and listen between Turalyon and Liadrin and Lor'themar about how like the Sunwell was being aggressive and whatever role the Rutani play in it all. Because I wonder if it reacts aggressively to being cut down, that like it doesn't like that, so it overcompensates by growing more. And if that's what happened? But still more questions than answers on that front. Amani missive. Gather as much lightwood as you are able. The elves will know we are here soon enough. We must arm ourselves before they do. See it done. Zul'Jan. Lor'themar, I've secured the area, but they're making a push for Amani Pass.
For Silvermoon.
Thank you for your aid. Lor'themar told me of what happened in Suncrown. Suncrown was under my watch, but we heard the felling of the tree and left to investigate the noise. I thought perhaps it was the Lightbloom's doing. I never expected the Amani to encroach so brazenly. I'll see to the Lightbloom. Lor'themar can see to the Imani. Let us just hope he does not give them his other eye in the process. Haldoran winks.
The Legion will fall.
Well done.
What I do for Quel'Thalas.
What have you found?
Carry on the crusade.
Lor'themar has a right to defend this land, but I don't think he's seeing clearly. The presence of Imani is too inciting. This doesn't add up. The trolls are going out of their way to craft Lightbloom weapons. To fight what? It isn't us. They didn't attack Suncrown. They could have, and they didn't. We need to find the truth. Let's head south. That hideout I discovered must have some answers.
May your heart be true.
Lor'themar, we found evidence of a nearby hideout. The Imani Pass takes priority. I will not let them invade Quel'Thalas again. Investigate if you must, Erator, but I expect you at the pass in short order.
I will do my duty for Azeroth.
The Imani were only the source of a bigger problem. The Lightbloom has never acted like this before. The forest had only small pockets of growth. But the moment the Sunwell surged, it changed everything. Every pocket of Lightbloom has grown into dense thickets teeming with strange wildlife. I cannot leave this unchecked. Lor'themar said you had someone knowledgeable with you in Fairbreeze? I need to speak with them. My expertise lies with the forests. This problem I can surely solve. The other issues... well, you've proven yourself competent many times over. Take care. This is the place. Covered in ruins and well warded, it seems. I suspect the Imani didn't want any uninvited guests. Lucky, these wards are old. If they were this well guarded, we'll want to take care ahead. Follow me and keep quiet.
Greetings.
Erator falls still, gesturing you to do the same. Wait, someone's coming.
May the light guide you.
Real-time cutscene. Zul'jan's first appearance. Erator and the player eavesdrop on Zul'jan talking to a Twilight's Blade cultist, as Vanatha observes. Zul'jan calls out the cultist for invading their land, but the cultist remains defiant. Zul'jan kills a void creature with a Lightbloom weapon, and that scares the cultist. Zul'jan then kills the cultist with a Lightbloom weapon, amused and satisfied by the torture. So the trolls aren't attacking the elves. They're... I don't want to say invading, because that's not the right word, but they're here to, I guess, cut down the Lightbloom, because powered by light as it is, I imagine it has very specific properties that make it super effective against void creatures.
Good day to you.
But also, this does mean that the Twilight's Blade cult is more than just Antinorian as its leader. Like, it has ostensibly is larger than just Eversong. I'd hoped for better results.
Carry on the crusade.
I suppose I shouldn't have expected a greeting with open arms, but I did not expect to be trapped in here. The Imani are clever. They must have found a way to escape, made a way to escape. We've only to find it. Let's look around.
For justice.
Cursed Gurabashi bind us. Fang of Shadra pry the bars. Blood of Hirik mark the way. By their corpses we be freed. The Mistward is gone. Let's find Zul'jan. More magic blocking the way. These tiles may offer a solution.
Peace, friend. Do not lose.
I'd heard this land belonged to the Imani long ago. I hadn't really thought about it beyond recorded history. But these ancient bones... there must be generations of Imani buried here, resting where no one can reach them. We elves do not revere our ancestors as the orcs do, but we still honor our dead. The Imani cannot even do that much. We've taken it away from them. Little wonder they hold such hatred for elvenkind. We should get moving.
Light bless you.
You made that look easy.
Steady travels.
How deep does this crypt go? We need to find Zul'jin and explain. We fight a common enemy. Surely he'll see reason. Come on. They can't have gotten much further in this maze.
Do not.
We have to find Zul'jin before it's too late. Wait! There's no need for bloodshed.
Yours. You will die. Zul'jin.
None of this had to happen. Let's go.
Honor to you.
This is senseless. We have to stop it.
Carry on the crusade.
None of this is necessary. We need to make them see reason. My father will know what to do. I know he'll see reason once I explain what has happened here. There's no need for bloodshed. It's simple. If the Amani are set against the Twilight's blade, we fight on the same side.
May your heart be true.
Quickly, we need to get to Amani Pass and tell them the truth of what's happening. I think unfortunately Erator is just a little too naive to understand that there's at least like a solid 6,000 years of conflict between the High Elves and the Trolls that involved many very deadly battles, including the High Elves settling what was technically Troll land. And I'm actually very excited to see what the storyline called This Was Our Land is about. Because this was originally all Troll land. This was Troll territory, and then the Elves moved in. It's the Twilight's blade. They're the true threat. But then you had, like, the Troll Wars 2,800 years ago, which is when the humans and the High Elves first allied, and they basically won such a devastating victory against the Trolls that the Trolls sort of never fully recovered from that. And then in Ghostlands quests, you go through and you kill a bunch of Shadow Pine Trolls, to the point that I think in one of the final quest turn-ins, the NPC tells you that they were going to launch a counter-offensive against the Trolls, but you did such a good job killing them all that there's basically no one left. And so it's just a lot of conflict for the last, ever since the High Elves first settled Quel'Thalas, like little over 6,000 years ago. I think it was closer to 7,000.
Light bless you.
I must put a stop to this.
May the light guide you.
There's also actually, it gets worse because the Trolls also did take advantage of Arthas attacking Silverman City to themselves attack as well, like on numerous occasions. They've never had peace. There's never been peace. Our findings at Torwatha were correct. By the time Turalian and I arrived here with troops, the Amani had already begun to take the pass. Lor'themar's lip curls. They have chosen war, as they always do. This, at least, is a threat I know how to handle. Come, we need more reinforcements.
We are a nation on the rise.
If you will not fight, get out of my way! Small detail, but the first scene you read in Blood of the Highborn is when Liadrin, Darkon, and Liadrin's apprentice Galel get taken captive by the Trolls. By Zul'jin, actually. And lor'themar shows up because he's brought in as a separate captive, and they basically all distract the Trolls long enough for Darkon to teleport them all out. And there's many scenes in Blood of the Highborn too that deal with like their conflict with the Trolls. But he definitely carries a personal grudge. We have to stop this. It is too late, Erator, but we can heal those in need. Wretched Amani, by the light, I will see these monsters purged.
The light welcomes you, champion.
There he is, the one who leads this little incursion.
The light of the Sunwell be with you.
These monsters deserve nothing more than swift retribution. For Silvermoon, for the Sindorai. Turalian's eyes blaze with light. For Lyria, this will be finished.
Walk.
Champion, we've cornered Zul'jin. It is time to bring this incursion to an end.
We fight for home, profanity.
In-game cinematic movie. Wrath. Turelian has defeated Zul'jin, but Zul'jin taunts him. Eretor tells his father to hold back. Zul'jin continues his taunt, saying all this death was to feed Turelian's vanity, and he spits on Turelian. Turelian charges, swinging his sword at Zul'jin, and Eretor leaps in the way, taking the hit. Eretor is deeply wounded, and Zul'jin takes this opportunity to flee. Turelian is shocked and moves to heal Eretor, but Eretor refuses his help and leaves.
I greet you on
Are
behalf
we
of
blind
Silver.
to Eretor's truth? I did not expect this. Lor'themar glances at Turelian. Perhaps we overstepped our bounds.
We find strength in the Horde.
Lady Liadrin will remain here. The rest of us shall return to Silvermoon and debrief. Lor'themar looks at the devastated Turelian. We still have many battles ahead, it seems.
Aldiel Shala.
Lady Liadrin, secure the pass. For good or ill, we've taken a stand here. We should keep it. The rest of us will return to Silvermoon. There is much to discuss.
I am the Blade of the Light.
I will keep watch here as the Regent Lord commands. Perhaps I can prevent any more bloodshed from happening. I only hope our decisive victory deters the Amani from another attack. Eretor, I worry for him. Both of you were on the right trail. If it is truly as he says that the Amani fight the Twilight's blade, then we have good cause to rethink our strategy. Find him. His instincts are telling.
Shorel Aran.
Champion, you've uncovered many threats that besiege Quel'Thalas. We must plan our next move together.
Baladash Malanore.
I thank you for your efforts thus far. You've staved off that blasted Lightbloom, uncovered a cult, and defended our people from an Amani incursion. Yet there is far more to be done in each circumstance. If we hope to see a brighter future, we must learn more. Let us consider our next steps.
Silvermoon.
The Amani crossed a line. We need to make sure their encroachment is ended.
The beauty
Lady
of
Liadrin is in
Eversong.
Zul'Aman now, looking into the situation. She'll need backup. The Lightbloom is still an ever-present threat. Your contact has been investigating the overgrowth. Perhaps she has found something of value. The Sunwell can only be empowered for so long. Those who are maintaining its
What
current
I do,
state are under
I
immense
do for
strain.
Quel'Thalas.
Turelian, how does our army fare? The vanguard stands at the ready, but even we cannot hold the line should the Sunwell falter. The light. We must trust in the light. We must.
The rebuilding continues.
Would that I could join you, but there is much still to do here in Silvermoon. You have your objectives. Keep in touch. As for Eretor, I hope you find him soon. A new Balor de Lana.
We are a nation on the rise.
And that is all of Eversong Woods. I like how it very clearly sets up the non-linearity, like, you can choose to go to Zul'Aman next, you can choose to go to Herondar to meet up with Orwena, figure out more about the Lightbloom, or however we get to the Voidstorm. But I'm going to assume that's in that zone's intro. So, thank you for joining me so much for the Eversong campaign on Midnight Alpha, and I hope to see you next for Zul'Aman. Are you sneezing? Hey, hello, brother? Brother? Incubating, that's nasty. So I didn't realize... Girl, why are you sneezing so much? My child! Oh, I've missed the flags. Awkward. Bro, he's cowering! He's cowering! That's so sad. Well, hello, sir. Sir? So it's interesting to think that the trees... That's not what I wanted to say. Oh, that's nasty, girl. You are wet with sneeze. Ah! Oh my god, he's fighting the pangolin. Bro. Bro, it's yoked. Bro. 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 Yeah, okay, go off, queen.